What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a good one. Today we're going to be showing both of my cars and which one I enjoy better. There's a light. So currently I have a 2020 Jag F-Pace SVR, which is right here. I'm going to flip you guys around. Sorry, they're both in my garage. But I got a Fuji White 2020 F-Pace SVR that I absolutely love. I had this first. I got rid of my F-Type for it. Get a little angle here. It's got the ivory, ebony interior, very nice. I didn't really do too much to it. We got the tail lights smoked out, and then I did some 25mm wheel spacers, so if you can kind of see that, makes it a little more flush. It looks a lot more aggressive. I actually really like the way that these turned out. I think it looks really good. But this is essentially my daily driver. If you guys aren't familiar, Washington State is mostly rainy majority of the time. Basically about 9 months of the year, it's pretty much rainy or, snowing occasionally. So I got something that would be a lot of fun to drive. It's a 550 horsepower supercharged V8, all-wheel drive, very fun to drive. If you're not familiar with the Jag drives, they are pretty unique, and that's actually why I chose to get this car, just because of the looks, the sound. I think it just looks like a great car. Absolutely love it. Drives phenomenally, for an SUV. It's not super stiff, which is both nice and I guess bad, because it's easy to drive. So I can just get in it, pop it in dynamic mode, rip around in it. It's really fast. I have a lot of fun in it. Obviously, it'd be a little more cooler if it was, maybe a stiffer suspension. You get a little stiffer if you're in dynamic mode and that kind of stuff. But it's not super stiff, which I guess you could count as a good thing. My other car, which I just got about a month ago, is my new baby. My 2021 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 with the 1LE Extreme Pack. This thing is a monster. I absolutely love this thing. So I have both of these guys in my garage. It's a tandem, so it's a little tight. But we have both cars in here, so it's pretty cool to make it work. This is finished in Riverside Blue. I love the way this thing looks. If you guys haven't seen one of these in person, they are absolutely crazy. Sorry the lighting isn't super good in here, but we're inside. This thing, and of course this is with the 6-speed manual, which is absolutely crazy. I haven't done too much to this yet. Love this part. Carbon fiber wang. It's my ring. All I did was get the windows tinted, and then underneath we have a Rotofab cold air intake with the dry filter. Flip you guys around. This is my fun car. I've always wanted a fun, kind of like manual, essentially race car is what this is. This thing is a whole nother beast. This is something that I take out as often as I can, when it's sunny out, when it's not raining out, just because it is so much fun. It's so engaging to drive, especially with the manual. This setup on here, it's a 6.2 liter supercharged V8. It's an LT4 engine, same engine that you'd find in some of the new Cadillac CTS-Vs and the Z06s from the Corvettes. It's a very nice engine. You can get a lot of power out of it, which I'm going to do probably down the road. Well, I want to keep it stock for a while, and then who knows, down the road. I think it's going to be a nice car to keep. But just with the whole, how this vehicle's set up, with the 1LE Extreme Pack, gives you obviously this wing, gives you the forged alloys with the wider tires, and then it gives you the carbon fiber hood insert on top, as well as the canards up front, and then the DSSV dampers on here. Those make the suspension extremely stiff. Now there's really no middle ground. It's either super stiff or super stiff. Now there are drive modes too that they have. There's like a normal mode, a sport mode, rain, snow, ice mode, and then a track mode. I drive this thing on sport mode all the time just because I think it's the perfect kind of blend for driving on like the freeway. Most of my driving is done just freeway driving, and I find that sport mode is the easiest. There's not a ton of engine braking, and then what was the other thing? The steering wheel is engaging still, but it's not like super heavy. Like if you drive in track mode on this thing, it's absolutely ridiculous. The steering wheel gets so weighted. It's actually, not to sound like a wuss, but it actually gets a little tiring when you're, driving around on the freeway for like 20-30 minutes, and the steering wheel is just so heavy. It feels good, but it's not like the most fun to drive, I guess, whenever you're just kind of cruising around, because it requires like your full attention all the time. That's why I usually leave it in sport mode. It's really nice. Some things I want to do down the road are like an exhaust and then pulleys, the works maybe. But for now, we're just enjoying the car. It's something that I absolutely love. This, I would say right now, maybe because it's my newest car by a couple months, is my favorite car so far, just because of how fun it is and just the road presence that it has. It's a blast, and I only have about 1,100 miles on it, so I haven't ripped on it too much, just because I'm trying to stay to the 500 and 1,500 mile break-in periods for the servicing. But I have been, ripping on this thing a little bit. I absolutely love it. But around here, I can't drive this, or I don't want to drive this thing every year. Or not, sorry, I don't want to drive this thing every day. First off, it's not that much fun, at least for my preference. It's not that much fun to drive in the rain if I were ever stuck in it. One is because the tires are 100% not made for the rain. The 1LE comes with these Goodyear Eagle F1s, and they are a compound tire, so they got to heat up, and there is really no siphons on them. They kind of threw on some siphons just to, not make it an actual full slick, but it is not a tire for the rain. It's really not a tire for the cold either, because if they never heat up, then your tires are just stiff the whole time. But it is a blast to drive, and probably my favorite car now. I love the manual, but manual does get a little old doing it every day, at least for me. When I had a manual, it was definitely getting a little old, and I was like, hey, I'm ready to just get back into automatic. But I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I can have this as my fun car, drive it when it's nice out, not raining out. And then when it does rain, like today, it was pouring rain in the morning, I can whip out the SVR and still have a blast driving. And then just, take this out too when I just want to cruise around and that kind of stuff, and not have to worry about speed bumps, divots, whatever, getting stuck in traffic, that kind of stuff. And so that's why this is I'm going to call this my daily driver, just because it's my get up and go car. But I am looking forward to driving this thing when summer hits. Next week, it's going to be like 70 degrees. So you already know we're going to be taking this thing out as often as I can, breaking the miles, and honestly just enjoy the car. No huge plans for what I'm going to do with it. I definitely want to keep it for, the near future. And who knows, maybe something that's going to be worth some money down the road, because they're going to stop production of the 1LE, the ZL1 1LE. Everyone's shifting over to gas efficient stuff, so the V8s are kind of actually getting phased out. I think that is it. Honestly, just wanted to give you guys a quick video of which one's my favorite car, or for now, It is my ZL1 1 Elite, but honestly I like both cars equally because they are both fun to drive. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Please hit this like button, and I'd appreciate it if you guys smash that subscribe button, which is down there depending on which platform you're looking on. And if you guys have any other thing you want to know, maybe you want me to do a specific video on some of our cars, since I work at a Jaguar Land Rover dealer, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.